remember how we talked about weather earlier? We know how it's connected to Helen Keller and the big storm. Raise your hand if you know how she used her senses to predict the weather. What's that smell?
No, sweet.
Kind of like a rainy smell, like when you know a storm is coming, you smell rain.
Yes.
That's what she was smelling.
She could feel rain too.
She could feel it. She used her hands.
And the twigs were coming down on her, scratching her.
Good, yeah. The twigs are falling out of the tree in the story. Let's set up crisscross applesauce. We have our chart. We have K for what I know, W for what I want to know, and L for what I learned. The only two that we're going to fill out right now is this one and this one.
Do you want us to write them down?
Just 1 second, Ian. First, I want you to write your title on your page. It's weather. And then today's date is 2/18-16. Once you have your title written, put your pencil in the air.
Usually wants to
Good. I see a lot of us have our titles written. Boys, look up here, please. Okay, pencils down. Now I want you to write KWL, just like that. All capitals. Okay. For the first column, the second column, and the third column, you can draw a squiggly line down each one, or you can use a regular line. But just put something there so I know that they're separate. Max, please sit down. I'll have you move over here, Max. Okay, for this column is K for what I know. This column is W for what I want to know, and L for what I learned. Please go ahead and copy this down. Is your pencil not working? Okay. Can I see it? Just switch it out, okay?
It's turning off a little bit.
It's what I learned. It's kind of hard to all fit on the projector.
What I know.
Okay. I'm going to leave this up, but I'm going to go ahead and move on. I want you to write 2 things for what you know about weather, and 2 things for what you want to know about weather.
In the same column or different?
This is for what I know, and this is for what I want to know.
K is what I know.
Yep, what I know. So 2 for this one, and 2 for this one.
About weather.
Yes, about weather. And once you are done with that, please put your pencil in your book,
I don't know.
close it, and put it down right in front of you. I see us working pretty hard. I'm going to give us about 2 minutes to finish this. Shh, voices off, please. We have about a minute left, and then we're going to move on to our video. Thank you, Jada. You make a buck. Okay, my timer went off. I want you to close your journals, put your pencil in it, and set it down in front of you on the floor.
The air around it is cold. The hot air pushes on the cold air. This makes a loud noise. The loud noise is called thunder. Thunderstorms have rain, lightning, and thunder. Lightning goes out of a cloud.
Lightning goes out of a cloud.
Hot air from lightning pushes on cold air. This makes a loud noise called thunder.
Did she keep going over the same thing? Hot air from lightning pushes on cold air. This makes a loud noise called thunder.
Voices off.
Thunderstorms have rain,
Lightning. 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 Yes. Lightning. Thunder. Thunderstorm.
thunderstorms have a lot of rain. Thunderstorms have lightning.
We know this stuff already.
Lightning goes out of a cloud.
You just told us that.
Lightning is very hot.
We know.
The air around it is cold. The hot air pushes on the cold air. This makes a loud noise. The loud noise is called thunder. Thunderstorms have rain, lightning,
Lightning. Thunder. 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 Thunderstorm. 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 Thunderstorm.
3, 2, 1. Eyes on me.
That was kind of.
What was that video about?
Thunderstorm.
Thunderstorm.
It just kept saying the same thing.
Well, it wanted to say the same thing over and over, so we would get it stuck in our minds about what makes thunderstorms. So what makes a thunderstorm?
Wow.
Raise your hand if you know.
About thunderstorms already. They
Kayleen.
make lightning, rain, they have thunder.
Lightning, rain, and thunder. Thumbs up if we agree. Know that about thunderstorms. Do you think Helen in the story? Okay, thumbs down, please. Do you think Helen in the story was able to know that about thunderstorms because she was not able to hear them
No.
or see them? So how was she able to know?
She wasn't.
Smell, touch.
Oh, the hamster.
Smell, touch, and taste. So she used her other senses and they became really strong. Okay, so we know a lot about thunderstorms and we learned something about weather, right? Thunderstorms are a part of weather. And weather affects us whether it's good or bad. Okay. Okay. For what you learned from the video,
Yeah, it's dangerous.
okay, I'm going to wait until all eyes are on me. Okay, so for the L column, for what I learned, I want you to put 2 things in that column, just like you did in the other 2. Riley, eyes up here. I gave us about a minute to do this, and we have about 30 seconds left. Okay, I heard something important from Jaden. He said he learned a lot, but there were some things that he didn't get he didn't get his questions answered. What he wanted to know. Raise your hand if some of your questions about weather that you wanted to know didn't get answered from the video.
Oh, mine.
Okay. All right, so hands down. All right, I want you to open your journals again and flip the page over.
Like, turn the page, but on the page.
Yep, that'll be fine. Just flip it to an empty page. For this page, I want you to write an S at the top. This is for what I still want to know.
What if he answered all of your questions?
Then on there you can say, all my questions were answered. What you still want to know.
On my mind? Oh no.
On your blank page, your S stands for what I still want to know. If you didn't have your questions answered from the video, then write those down. See, I still want to know how hail is made during a storm. Maybe that was your question.
That was my question. You need to write down questions.
About another minute to do this one.
Can you spell who?
Who?
W-H-O.
W-H-O. Once you're done with this one, please close your journals and put it on the floor in front of you.
I'm done.
Have about 30 seconds left. All right, time's up. Close your journals. Hug them just like this. Hug them. Pair share. You're going to share your journals with 2 other people.
Oh, you do.
Okay, start mixing.
Hello
Hello, my name is Sabrina Campbell, and this is my video reflection for the classroom management recording. As a student teacher, I really strive to create a positive and well-structured class environment. So classroom management is very important to me, and that is something that I am continuously working on. So for question number 1, prior to this lesson, I planned for anticipated behavior issues by looking at other lessons that I have taught and kind of understanding when students lose focus and motivation and how I can prevent that. So I wanted to ensure that all students would stay on task. So I knew that being the class that I'm in with second graders, they can get a little noisy. So in order to prevent them from disrupting others, I would use the shh, shh, shh method. And that's a strategy that is used both by the cooperating teacher and me, and we routinely use that. She showed me the strategy, and it worked well for the students, so I carried it forward. That's when I say it. I say the shh, shh, shh. The students hear me say it, so they repeat it, and then all attention is directed to me. They turn their voices off, and they put their eyes on me so that we're ready to hear directions or we're ready to move on with the activity. Or another good strategy that I planned on using if the class became too noisy during the lesson was the I'm going to wait strategy, which is when I smile and I remain silent and I show them that we're not going to continue. I'm going to wait until they're all ready. Their voices are off and their eyes are on me before we can continue with the lesson. Soon they'll look around, they'll realize, oh, we can't continue until we're quiet, and they'll instantly become quiet. And this strategy has worked really well too for me. During this video and the lesson, I really didn't have to use these strategies too much. I used the I'm going to wait strategy near the very end of the video, and it worked really well, so it was effective. So I usually refer to the giving them the look. So I would do a nonverbal reminder, or I would walk back and forth. So I would change my proximity in the room. So if I got closer to the student, they would see, oh, Miss Campbell is close to us. We will make sure we stay on task and we stay focused. And just being closer to the student really kept them from becoming distracted. So I did that quite often. I would walk back and forth and check on the students and how they were doing throughout the lesson. So for question number 2, the classroom management challenges that arose for me, well, there was a few. A few students in the back row, they were laying on their tummies instead of sitting crisscross applesauce. And these students, they know the routine, they know what is expected of them each time they're sitting on the floor. So I simply gave them a verbal reminder. I said, please sit crisscross applesauce. And it was instantly corrected, so it was very effective by just giving them one verbal reminder. And like I said, at the very end of the lesson, the students did become a little noisy and distracted, so I used the I'm going to wait strategy, and it was effective. So for question number 3, in the future, I will change my approach by choosing a different method for how I want the students to signal to me that they are done with writing in their journals. In the lesson, I use the when you're done, pencil in the air. But then when I looked at the video, I realized it was a little bit of a distraction for some students because they were waving it back and forth. So instead, I can choose another method like everything down, arms crossed when you're ready to move on as a next signal for that one. And then in the video, I also saw that a lot of students were getting up and blowing their noses, and it did become a little bit of a distraction for the other students because they had to move to the side or look up and see who was going to blow their nose. But I realize it is flu and cold season, so I kind of am a little bit lenient on that. But as time goes on, I will be more strict with that. I can say, you know what? We can save that for another time.